closer every minute.
Yeah, we're live.
That's good to hear. Well, welcome, Jaden, to ESK8 UK live show again. How you
Mm,
doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing, James?
Okay, thanks for asking. It is a little late here in the UK now. I will let our international viewers know it's almost midnight. What time is
Mm,
it where you are in Canada?
6:51 right now.
Okay, so kind of mid-evening, I guess.
hmm
Have you been riding yet today, or has anything been happening interesting in the Eastgate world for you?
Just a cruise. I did get back from a trip this weekend though. We do an annual trip called X-Way Camp and Carve. We take a bunch of boards. We go up to Brawny Conservation Area, and we just camp out overnight, ride the trails there. Make some s'mores. It's a good time.
That does sound good. So,
Mm-hmm.
how many nights was it this time? Was it
So it
one
was
night
just
or?
one night this time.
Yeah.
I'm really pushing to get us to do 2 nights. We usually go in Saturday morning. We leave Saturday morning. We arrive like Saturday midday, Saturday night, then we leave Sunday. I'm really pushing for us to go Monday, like midday, get there. Or sorry, Friday midday, get there like Friday night, and then have all of Saturday there, and then have Saturday night as
Yeah.
well. It'd be nice.
Yes. That much fun. You want to do more of it then.
Mhm. Mhm.
So is it a good crowd? Is it the sort of regular faces, the same as last year, or some new people as well?
Mhm. Yeah, a lot of regular faces. We got like the people that host it. They're there every year. I think it was maybe 8 of us this year, so a smaller
Okay.
crowd. I think we've had as many as like 15 or so before though. So we've
Okay.
had a bigger group,
Yeah,
but
because I guess
yeah.
not every to go camping is a bit of a different thing. Not everyone can do that, and
Mhm. 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 Especially over the whole weekend. It's
the
there's
time as
lots of
well.
fun though.
Good.
Lots of nice trails out there to ride, especially if you have all-terrain tires or just any bigger wheels.
Yeah, because you've been getting into that, haven't you? That's been part of the transition. I remember chatting to you
Mhm.
in the past.
Mhm. Mhm.
You still
I
enjoying
have
that then? That
hmm?
what you still enjoying what it's opening up to you then? The AT riding.
Mhm. Mhm. I was actually trying out some. They're not new. I've had them, but I just put them on. I just got them mounted on the rims again. They are. I can pull it up and show it here.
That's it.
Make sure it's not plugged in. These big fatties. They
Oh
are
yeah,
165 by 175. And you can see the tread is actually more of like a semi slick, but
yeah.
the size of the wheels, even though they're designed to be a semi slick, they're designed for pavement. The size of the wheels and they're also a pretty soft rubber compound make them really good for off-roading.
Good. But look at a nice wide contact patch, didn't they?
mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
So lots of traction.
Good. You're getting on well then. You got through a couple of sets of those, or is this your first go on that tire?
This is my first set of those. I wore them in a little bit, and then I switched to those square profile racing tires that I've shown on here a few times. I also
So you
have
got
just some stock X-Way tires, so I rotate them
okay.
out.
Yeah, you get different feel, I guess, don't you? And different terrains, different scenarios.
Mhm. Mhm.
Good to have options. Do you have them all set up on hubs ready to swap out, or do you wait until swap a tire on the same hub?
So the X-Way, just the stock tires that are like they're 50 millimeters, they're like that thick. I have those on their own set of rims. And then
Okay.
for the wider tires, I only have one set of the
The
70
big fat
millimeter wide
tire.
X-Way hubs. Yeah,
Yeah.
so for those square profile racing tires and these ones, I just swap those between the same set of hubs. But I always
So
have the regular
yeah.
X-Way tires ready to swap in if I need them.
Okay, that's good. So you've got quite a few options there.
I have a set of plastic rims as well, so I think I've shown my spare tire setup on here before. I use one of the plastic rims as a spare tire for all my other ones because I have a set of metal hubs for the regular
Yeah.
X-Way as well. Mm.
I guess the idea of a plastic because it's lighter, is that because it's
Mm.
your spare wheel?
Mhm. Mhm.
That's good. Did you have an issue with a remote recently? What were we chatting about?
Yeah, so I was at Walmart doing my shopping, and I'm always really diligent with my board stuff, especially because I'm sponsored. So it's like it's I'm responsible to somebody else for it as well. I'm always really diligent with not letting it out of my sight. And the one time I forgot, I left my remote in the cart. The only reason I did that was because I had just got a horn, and the horn had a button that attached to the remote and the button didn't have an off switch. So sometimes it would be in your pocket and the horn would just be going off randomly. So for
Yeah.
that reason, I always put my remote in my pocket. I didn't have the remote in my pocket. I put it in the shopping cart while I was doing my shopping. I
Oh,
went to the washroom. I left it in the shopping cart, only the remote. I took the board and everything else with me, obviously. I left the remote in the shopping cart for 5 minutes and somebody stole it. And
wow.
I got like the manager, he went on the cameras, we like traced their path through the store. We even found the shopping cart where they abandoned it, but they were long gone with my remote by that time.
I mean, what good's that remote to that person if they haven't got the board?
Exactly. Nothing. It's
Yeah,
barely even worth money on marketplace. Maybe like 40
yeah,
bucks, you know.
yeah. It's just causing you a problem. So did you like you couldn't ride your board from the store? I guess then could you have to get a lift of
I do
some
keep a
type?
spare remote. I think of it like
Ah,
car keys. You usually have a spare set
ah,
of car keys, so I do have a spare remote that I keep in my bag. It does have like a slight connection issue. That's why it's a backup remote. It'll
okay,
very briefly drop connection. I think there's like a loose connection inside of it or something because it's
okay.
yeah.
Like
It
a
was.
core
I'm not the
maybe.
first owner of the remote,
Yeah,
so who knows
it's
what
had a
they done
life.
to it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But
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 it
for a
works.
backup, it's great to have one, isn't it?
Mhm.
I think one of the early, I think it was a Aqua board, one of the long range ones, came with two remotes, if I remember
Craig.
correctly. Craig, there's your
Oh,
day.
that'd be pretty
How,
cool, including two
yeah,
remotes.
how you doing, Oz? I've been watching the videos, yourself and Scott's down under there, the Pep Nationals. Looks like we're gonna have a lot of fun. The racetrack looks amazing surface.
Mhm. Mhm.
Very cool. Yeah, remotes. That's the thing with ESK8. You can't sort of use them without them, can you? It is kind of one of the most crucial components, often overlooked.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, I've lost mine on rides when I've gone.
Mhm.
I've had a friend who has lost. He's like thrown his remote into a bush. As bizarre as it sounds,
He
uh,
lost it, or you said he threw it?
he kind of threw it. Sort of, he lost
Why? Was he
control.
like
Yeah,
mad?
he kind of no, he kind of lost control of his board as he was riding, and he didn't have a
Uh,
lanyard on. And
that's reckless. You can't do it
yeah,
without the lanyard.
ah, it's funny you say that because he's actually done it twice. But but
Come
but
on.
yeah, yeah. But now he has two lanyards when he
Two.
rides. Two. We make him wear two lanyards.
Are
Guy's
they
name's
both to
Chris.
his wrist, or is like one tethered
Yeah,
to his waist or something?
just doubled up on my wrist. It's a bit of a running joke now. But twice he's done it to us, and we've all been
Mhm.
looking as a like it's been a group ride, and we've been 10, 15 minutes finding the remote for this friend of ours. But it hasn't happened for a
You
long
did
time.
find it though.
Both
Yeah.
times, yeah,
Wow.
both times.
That's pretty good.
Um, yeah, so he's a lucky guy. He rides a
Mhm.
trike a lot of the time now, and you don't need a remote for that. Same as
Mm.
the one wheels and EUC friends. It's pros and
Mhm.
cons to it all, isn't it?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. What's Suki asking this year? Oh, he had a backup
Oh,
remote,
she didn't. I
Suki.
had a backup remote
Yeah,
in my backpack.
yeah,
I keep a backup remote. It's just an old remote that's kind of finicky, but it works. Works when you need it in a pinch.
yeah. Oh, yeah, we were saying about the La Croix, wasn't it? I think they had to have two remotes because the remote control battery would run out before the board's battery if you went on a long ride.
Oh, yeah. I
So
remember hearing about this actually.
you've got some serious range on your board when you need a backup remote. I guess
Mhm.
it could have been fixed with a power bank, isn't it? Some kind of.
Mhm.
But
Or I
yeah,
feel like they
two
could have just put a
remotes.
better battery in it. I mean, like there's boards. I've done like several charges on my board before I need to charge
Hmm.
my remote.
Yeah, yeah. So I hear what you're saying there.
Is that the
I'd
puck
rather.
remote that they had? Was it the round one or is it a different style?
I wouldn't want to say. I don't think it was
You
the
don't know.
pack. I don't want to say
Okay.
which one I think. If I don't think it was, but someone correct us. Um, maybe someone watching might know. Yeah,
That
they
makes
kind
sense.
of.
I was gonna say there's a lot of room for battery in that thing, that big round remote shape.
The big
A
space,
lot of
isn't
room
it?
to pack battery.
I've ridden with people who get used to. I know a couple of electric mountain boarders. They just got in the habit of riding the board with the remote dead on a power bank. You with me?
Hmm.
So what you
Interesting.
might
You
use
just
as a
plug it in
pocket,
your
as
pocket?
yeah, it's not the best of ideas. What you might do
No.
as a last to get you out of a pinch, they've kind of taken to doing that all the time,
Hmm.
and yeah, I've seen that not work so well sometimes when then the power bank is flat and got the same problem all over again. Yeah,
Or even if your
but
cable like disconnected.
yeah, it is kind of important to have a connection for the brakes, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah. Have you been playing with some DIY we mentioned earlier? Some wood you'd been doing some stuff? Like,
Oh yeah. So I did this on the camping carve. I just
okay.
carved a knife
Ah,
and
lovely. What's the
got a
handle there? You've got
decent
a
edge.
yeah, yeah.
Rope wrap on the handle.
Rope wrap. Okay.
Just some
That,
nylon rope. So I actually made the knife, and then, like halfway through making it, I decided I wanted to do a rope wrap for the handle, but I didn't have any rope. So I was just asking people we were camping with. I was like, "Do you have any extra rope? Do you have any extra rope?" Nobody had any extra rope that they could just give to me to use for my knife. And I was just walking around, and I actually found this on the ground, which
no
sucks because
way.
that means somebody littered. This is like a plastic based like nylon rope. That means somebody
Yeah.
littered this, but it's not littered anymore because I picked it
You've
up
up,
and I used it for
you've
this. So
upcycled it.
upcycled it.
Did
All's well that ends well.
yeah. So how did you have a knife to make the knife? How did you
Yeah,
sort of
so
whip that?
this knife is actually based on the knife it was made with, which I'll
Uh
pull out
huh.
here. You can kind of see like a resemblance in the shape and the
Yeah,
curvature of
yeah,
it, the
yeah.
shape of the blade. But
Okay.
the only difference is this one has a pummel. I think that's what this is called. It's
Yeah,
like a
yeah.
hand stop.
That's it. I believe to stop the hand getting cut by yeah,
You
whilst
slip
people were
on the
doing
blade.
battle, yeah, slipping and yeah, that kind of stuff
Mhm.
happening.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, good stuff. So is
Even
the
fits the made knife even fits in the real holster for the real knife pretty nicely.
the holsters making me think again with remote controls. Got them on my mind tonight. I've seen someone make remote
Mm.
control covers of a similar construction
Mm.
method to that. You know,
Oh, like out of leather or something?
leather and sewn them together, kind of like hand stitched to fit the remote size.
That sounds
One
really
of the
nice.
yeah, it's a Scottish rider in the UK. I'm trying to think of the guy's name, but yeah, yeah, they do look nice. Not waterproof, but look comfy in the hand and something a little bit unique.
Mhm. I mean, my remote's not waterproof anyway. I don't know. I haven't checked if any other e-skates have waterproof remotes, but I'm
They are
assuming most.
most not, isn't it? In the DIY community, you can use the ones that are used for like jet skis and such like, which are sort of sea waterproof, but they tend to be a bit bigger. Well, how
How
many
many
miles?
miles? I'm not gonna know miles. I can give you a rough estimate on kilometers. I wanna say. I want to say 100 kilometers, maybe a little bit more. Do a quick conversion
66.
on my phone. 66
Give or
kilometers,
give
66
or give or
miles.
take. Yeah, close
hmm
to. Yeah.
The other riders would have done more than that. They would have done maybe like 150 kilometers, maybe more, because they rode all the
Okay.
way from Toronto to Bronte. But I live in
Oh,
Hamilton, so I skated past Bronte into Mississauga about halfway and met up with them, and then I went back to the campsite. And then from the
oh, so
campsite, I went with them like 70% of the way to Toronto, and then I turned back and hopped on the train. But they went the full way to Toronto, from Toronto and
oh,
back to Toronto.
brilliant,
hmm
brilliant. So you actually started this ride from your house, or was there a train to get closer to the beginning?
So I was gonna take the train. I probably should have because I started from my house. I met up with them about halfway, like halfway between the campsite and Toronto. So I would have rode past the
Okay.
campsite, and then by the time I got
Yeah.
there, my battery was dead, completely dead,
Yeah.
like
Oh
flat dead,
no.
and they were done charging and they were ready to leave. So then
Oh,
they went to the
bad time.
campsite, and then I caught up to them later at the campsite.
Yeah, you were kind of chasing on then a little bit.
Mm. I was gonna
Oh,
take the train past the campsite, like halfway to them, and then ride, but I decided not to for whatever reason. Just wanted to ride the
yeah.
board.
Yeah,
Mm.
you sort of keep drive. Was it everyone on boards or was some on different vehicles?
Everyone was on boards, except for like the last leg of the trip. We had someone meet up with us after that couldn't make the
Okay.
camping trip, but they just met up for the ride back. They were on a unicycle, but everybody else was on
Oh,
boards. We
oh,
even had a
good.
street board there. It was a, I think it was an X-Way Flex on like 95 millimeter street wheels. It was
Get
pretty
away.
crazy.
So
Mm.
it got around the trails there, okay?
Poorly, but yeah,
Yeah, it did
yeah.
could do it at the push then. Oh,
Mhm.
fair play. I've ridden
Mhm.
some other people riding street wheels in the woods and things that are obviously smooth and hard packed, and it just amazes me. Kind of going
Mhm.
over little routes and the skill to do it, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um,
It's definitely fun. It's you're always like right on the edge. I
okay,
used to ride my hub motor, my Meepo V3 hub motor,
yeah,
like through the like on hard packed trails and gravel and stuff.
yeah. It's like holding on rodeo. It gives me the impression, you know, kind of like
Mhm.
sort of trying to squirrely ride.
Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah, that can be fun, I'm sure.
Mhm. It's fun to do that, but it's also fun to go in with some like proper fat tires and you can really
Yeah,
rip.
can
You can really
really
fly
ride
through
it.
there. Because
Yeah,
when we
yeah.
did the trails, it was there was four of us. One person was on the street board. One person was on an X-Way Atlas with tires, but they just weren't the most aggressive rider. And then
Sure.
I had my board with these big fat tires, and we had another rider on an X-Way Atlas with just some like regular size, like I think 160 by 150. Sorry, 160 by
Yeah,
50 size tires.
yeah.
But me and
Nice.
that one dude, the more aggressive of the two riders on the Atlases, we were flying. We got to a part of the trail where it was just a straight line, so we knew the other guys wouldn't get lost, and we were like, "We're gonna
Mhm.
meet up with you later." And we were ripping, just bombing through. It was like single track, really narrow. It was lots of fun.
Mm. Yeah, that does sounds yeah, a load of fun.
Mm,
So I can see why you do it every year.
mhm.
Um, is there somewhere you thought of visiting at other times of year? Would you head up there more often than annually? Do you think? It seems quite close to where you are.
I've passed through there a couple times
Yeah,
when I was just riding in the area. Just hit
yeah,
the
yeah.
trails. I don't really know if you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to pay to get into the campsite, but they don't got a fence or anything, so.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, that's so. I think it was an X-way trip you
So that
went,
was
didn't
just
you?
for the trail ride. That was
Uh
just the
huh.
four of us that went on the trail. But there was I want to say there was like an Evoc board or something, like a smaller name. It started with an E. I can't remember.
Mhm.
Um, and then there was another brand. There was might have been an own board or something. But we had it was an OMW Hussar, something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I know the one. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, then. So there were a couple of other brands represented, but virtually exclusively Escape by the sounds of it. And
Mhm.
you guys are going to do the same again next year, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You ever
What?
do any off-roading with the board?
I've done
Forest
a
riding?
little. Yeah, yeah. I've done some. Um, I tend to ride a mountain board most of the time these days, but sort of half on the
Mm.
street and half off road. We're
Mm.
having the driest of summers in the UK and Wales where I am this year. It's like I think it's the driest summer for 190 years. Someone,
Oh.
yeah, it's
Doesn't sound great for the environment, but sounds great for e-skating.
well, you can go places you maybe couldn't have gone when, like, Wales is known for being kind of wet and green, you know? So it's made
Mhm.
certain places more accessible and ground is quicker going and harder. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's been just different and fun.
Mhm.
It's almost been too hot to ride sometimes, but we just kind of alternate
Mm.
times we go out, kind of avoiding the middle of the day. Yeah,
Mhm.
I like hitting the trails. Suki,
Just gotta stay
amazing.
moving when it's hot. Keep the wind on you.
Definitely. Yeah, yeah, especially if you wear lots
Keep
of
the
gear.
Yeah, keep
Yeah,
the wind
keep the
on you
wind
and
on.
on your board. Keep your battery, your motors cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did I like
Yeah,
most about the trip? Um, I would say just being able to have a bunch of riders, bunch of like-minded people, friends as well. I've known these people for a long, long time since I joined the community, and just make some burgers, make some s'mores, hit some trails. It's good. It's a great way to spend a weekend for sure.
definitely.
I
You
ate
know, just
like
have.
7 campfire roasted cheeseburgers.
Wow, that's a good. And you were only there for like, was it one night? You did well. You
Yeah,
did
two
well
days,
there,
one night.
Jaden.
Well, they
Yeah,
way
yeah,
overpacked, and they were like, "We don't want to waste food. You got to eat it all. You got to eat it all." I was like,
yeah,
"If you're
yeah.
asking me to."
Oh yeah. Did
Mhm.
you find you had less range on the way back? I'm teasing you. Eating the extra burgers.
Weighing the
Change
board
about the
down.
trip.
I would just make it longer. What I would change about the
Yeah,
trip is I would
more of
make the
it.
trip start Friday so that we have all of Saturday. Because every time we go, I feel like there's just not enough time to hit trails. You get in
Yeah,
like midday Saturday, your board's like half dead from the ride in, so you got to charge. They have
yeah.
power at the campsite, they have outlets,
That's
so you got to
good. That's
charge.
good.
Um, then you get a little bit of riding in before sunfall. If you have I have lights, so I don't mind riding the trails at night. But a lot of the other riders don't want to ride the trails at night. And then
Mm,
you wake up Sunday, you got to be out 11 a.m. Sunday. So Sunday's like
mm.
not even a day. Like you just wake up, you eat, you pack up, right?
Yeah,
So that
yeah,
was the one
yeah,
thing I always feel like there's
yeah.
just not enough
Longer.
time to enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah. Longer time.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
not, yeah. Um, yeah. That's you to put it to the others, I guess, or maybe get there a little bit earlier
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I was
get another
mentioning it
day
this
in.
year. I was
Quick.
surveying everybody if they'd be
Super,
good for 3 days.
yeah, people go fit or then maybe super fast chargers as well to get
Mhm.
more riding in. The X-Way, what's the
Mhm.
one? It's the Agent, isn't it? It's got the swappable battery.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
I have an aux
mountain board.
pack too, so I mean that's
Ah, there
removable.
you go. Oxpack sorted. Yeah,
Mhm.
Pathfinder scenario, isn't it?
Mhm.
The only
It's
find I
nice.
kind
I
of
had the aux pack. I wrote it in. I had it for the range, and then when we were doing the trails, I just popped the
take
aux
it
pack
off to
off.
make it
Yeah, so
lighter.
you
That's what I
make
was
it
about to
lighter.
say. Yeah,
And the
yeah,
aux pack can charge it at camp while I'm riding the board.
yeah, yeah. So you've got that continuous. You can just keep riding then, can't you?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think to
Mhm.
have swappable battery packs really does help with that, doesn't it? I
Mhm.
went on a long tour myself, maybe about 6 weeks ago, with an EUC friend, and we did a long cycle route from kind of these high mountains down to the capital city where I am.
Okay.
It was meant to be 55 miles, but it ended up being 60. We took a little detour.
So that's
Uh,
right about 100 kilometers, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it was 100 kilometers. So we did it. Yeah, I did. So I swapped batteries basically. We didn't stop to charge. So where I'm
Mhm.
going with this is the board was really heavy because I've had like 40 miles of range on the board, and I had
Mm.
20 in my rucksack. So,
Okay. Okay.
but then the initial terrain was a bit challenging, a bit of off road, sort of the first 20 miles which was
Mhm.
hard work with all the weight on the board. It's not ideal, I'm trying to
Mm.
say. I was
Mhm.
just thinking what you were talking about. To be able to change the weight of the board for different conditions is amazing, I think.
Mhm. Mhm. Absolutely. What board do you have with the swappable setup?
It's basically a tramper mountain board with a modded setup that
Mhm.
me and a friend have worked on, or a couple of friends. Um, Omni is a company that makes the battery clip, which you can swap
Omni
based
Eastgate?
on the ESK8.
I've heard of them. Mhm.
Yeah, so we've just basically modded one of their clips because they do it with a battery setup that they've got for DIY, and you can just kind of clip the batteries on and off. And
Mm.
the ESC is permanently there, and it just kind of hook the power into the ESC in a way.
Mhm.
So when I put different size batteries on, and they can swap on the fly. Yeah, it's been working well. About 2 years that setup now.
That's pretty
Um,
cool.
so I always say I'm always asking like how far we're going to ride. So then I'm sort of put enough battery to do the distance, but
Mm.
never any more than I need. So then the board is as light as it can be.
Mhm. Mhm.
I've been experimenting with a few more unusual ideas lately with batteries in not on the board at all, to be honest with you. Kind of in fireproof bags in rucksacks and different
And just
scenarios,
wired into the board.
just wired into the board, so there's no battery weight on the board, and that feels amazing. It feels
Mhm.
closer to the way the board feels into your feet is more kind of I don't know, natural or like a gravity board, like a regular skateboard, I guess, or a mountain board.
Mhm.
So
More
yeah, so that's
intuitive.
fun. There's some disadvantages to it, but yeah, just playing around with different things, you know.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I don't
Is
know how
that
we
setup
got.
waterproof that you have with the one that clips to the board?
Yeah, pretty much, because the batteries are in waterproof pelly cases, you know, the kind of
Mm.
electronic cases.
Mhm.
Obviously, you need to have holes to get the power kind of out, but then there's
Mhm.
grommets and silicones. And as I
Mhm.
always say, the best hole for waterproofing is not to have a hole. So it's literally got just the minimum that you need to get the power out. And there's like no power button or battery gauge. Because with the
Mhm.
cases, you can just click two catches and open it up to get charge
Mhm.
ports and all this kind of business. So yeah,
Mhm.
I'd say I ride through like small streams with it, and it's been
Hmm.
okay. When
That's
I
pretty
say
good.
when I say streams, like the water is kind of just over the top of the deck, but not.
Wow.
Yeah, because the battery's
I
above
would
that. You
never
see.
even think. I would never even in my life try something like that with my board.
Ah, well,
That's pretty cool. Doing
yeah,
Jeep stuff with your board.
it's kind of yeah, because what it is, you get it with the Tramper the way the battery is set up anyway. If you can imagine,
Mhm.
this is the deck, and then above
Oh, it
that
has that convex.
it's got the convex, but then it's got there's a platform above that which the battery sits on top of. So the battery is
Mm.
above the height of the deck. So water can run over the top of the deck and still be going underneath the regular battery box that they have. So
It's
then
not touching. And how are your motors mounted? Are your motors in the water when that happens, or they're above?
they're quite high above the truck. But
Mm.
you can actually run motors underwater. You will
Just the rust.
your
Yeah,
bearings
that's
will
what gets
suffer.
you.
I've just
Mhm.
done a bearing swap, or Tramp have done a bearing swap on their motors for me, and it seems to be
Mhm.
once a year. Kind of do it, yeah, the summertime, and it gets me through a winter, and then I'll swap the bearings again.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, it's been working well. Touch wood,
That's
anyway, as
pretty
they
cool.
say. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Here, I got you.
Nothing's broken yet. Knock on wood, you know.
Mhm.
We just
That
love.
sounds
I've
really
only
cool. I gotta get into the mountain board. I've been looking to get into mountain
yeah.
boarding.
Well, yeah, it's all good fun, isn't it? I love a short deck as well at different times, you know, in all different scenarios. So we're going to get up early tomorrow. Going to go for a ride myself. I think 7 a.m. start. Yeah.
Oh man, what is it
Looking
like
forward
1 a.m.
to
for you now?
that. No, it's well
Like
20 past
12.
12.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
12:20. Okay.
But I think it might be getting to that time. Lovely chatting with you, though.
Mhm.
Thanks, thanks for coming
Absolutely.
on the show. And
Nice chatting with you guys.
look forward to the next time.
Silent Suki. Thank you for
Silence.
having us.
Yeah, we almost got her chatting, didn't we?
Maybe next time.